Yeah.
And, Coach, we find ourselves due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. A few minutes ago, it sounded like the 4th of July on the National Mall as the hometown Redskins were introduced to this sold-out crowd. They are set to go as their guys will match up with the Houston Texans.
Good luck, Edley.
So here's Kaimi Fairbairn to do the honors. And we are underway from FedEx Field. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. First carry for Darius Geis, and he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Menardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
To throw on second down is Smith. Over the middle, complete. That's Richardson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try and get it with Geis. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. Back deep for the Texans, Will Fuller. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 20. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you can see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
Reset. Down.
To throw on second is Watson. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Matt Ioannidis able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Here's Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was. The down and distance and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up fourth down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football, got to him, and made sure they didn't give up much run after catch.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Out to the left here to Reed. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 38. After the interception, here's Watson. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Down carry now for Miller. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Caught on the right side, Reed. And he's brought down after a good gain. 23 yards on the play. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why.
Into a double team and it's intercepted.
Wow, this game is stupid.
It's the Honey
This game is
Badger,
stupid.
Tyrann Mathieu. you.
game is
And they
stupid.
will take over at the 29-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Caught here by Griffin. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. On 1st and 10, Watson on the right side. This is Miller. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down and 5 here to start things out. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. On 2nd down, here's Watson setting up the screen for Miller. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Well, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He sets the fire deep. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. 48 yards. And the Texans are in for 6. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And an alley to run. And he finally runs out of gas, but not before he's inside the 10-yard line.
Similar to golf, you never want to count a score before it actually happens, but you have to figure. They thought they were going to get 6 on that play. Great effort to keep them out of the end zone, but a big-time return.
Guys, they'll try to run it. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Now it's Smith off the bootleg. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Josh Doxson, and now it's 3rd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Now Smith on 3rd and goal. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And Hopkins' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
And they'll have excellent field position to begin this drive as he's all the way up to midfield at the 50.
That return gets all the way to midfield, so we know the field position is absolutely flipped at this point. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I might think about blitzing right now to try and take field position back.
From the 50, it's Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Matt Ioannidis in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. To throw on 2nd down. Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
The Texans on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Watson just beating the play clock. He's got a first down and more.
It's an interactive game where
Good
people
gains
tell
there,
what the game
back-to-back
to
for
do.
Houston in the passing
like
game and another first down.
And Brandon, from our time in
Like an
college
old school style
football,
computer game.
where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL
Where like
route
you
tree,
just walk down a
one thing
hallway.
they did learn, find open areas, find soft
Turn left,
spots,
open door.
and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first.
Not auto-correcting anything.
2 minutes to play here in the first half.
So you
Back
did.
to FedEx Field following this short break.
I always gotta be away to you, bro.
On first down, it's Watson. Dumps it off for Irvin. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman, and they'll get him down right about the 20. They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. They'll try and run for
This dude's taking us a chance.
and this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of
Alabama
scrimmage and
defensive
no
lineman.
more. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. The kick by Fairbairn is good. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Now Watson to throw on 2nd down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Ryan Kerrigan leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? From the gun, here's Watson. Now he's flushed out left. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Pernell McPhee in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. Here's Shane Leckler now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So now we look at the Redskins offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease board, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Here's Smith now on 2nd down. Right side, Davis. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. fourth down. Here's Tressway now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taken in at the 11. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. They keep it with Miller on 1st down. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. And the Redskins scoop it. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Smith now to throw. Throw left side is complete to Reed. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The 15 yards there on the catch and run.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
On 1st down, Smith. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Reed. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. On 2nd down, here's Smith. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It'll be a Redskin 1st down as Smith hits Crowder. On 1st down, this is Geis. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
To throw on 2nd down is Smith. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Whitney merciless. In there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
Let's go. Let's go. 15.
Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Out of the gun, Smith. A deep ball for Dotson. And this is caught in the end zone. It's Dotson for the Redskins touchdown. Josh Dotson, 31 yards. And the Redskins are an extra point away from tying this thing up. A very important extra point there, up and good, and we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pop the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. To throw on second is Watson. And the pressure gets to him again.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Now it's Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and the Redskins scoop it, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, there defensively to make the play. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And only able to muster a couple, down to about the 27. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Smith on 3rd down. Dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him for a loss of 3. And it'll be 4th down. And Hopkins' kick is good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And now out comes Houston. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because it didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved though if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On 2nd and 10, Watson. Brings it in over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really good pickup of 28 yards. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Watson on 1st down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Swearinger. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Zach Cunningham able to get him for a loss of about 3.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn it into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Hey, on.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
Hey, let's go. Let's go, 15.
From the end zone, Smith. Docks him with a grab over the middle. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. 3rd down, here's Geis. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
I think it's pretty easy to say this is a ginormous 3rd down opportunity here for the defense. And I'm just going to tell you, Brandon, from my experiences, what you're saying in the huddle to each other is all the right things. Read your keys. Do your job. But the biggest one, you don't have to do more. Just do what you can do, and you can make this play.
Here's Tressway now. And you wonder, could they possibly think about taking a safety here? He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Taken in at the 22. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. Heading out as the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
they practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. This defense so strong all afternoon long, well executed again there.
This is a group that really functions well off of each other. No matter what the assignment, the other person fills in the exact proper spot. They've made it very, very hard for them to find open places to throw the football.
The Texans on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time they face a 3rd and 2. He'll look to throw. Found his target. It's Anderson. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers, just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about